YouTube, Zaqzorn here, and this is the second round of my match with Raymundo. Should be starting any minute. I've had a hard time editing this because the sound was such a mess. Should be getting started right away, any second now. There we go. Now I'm not playing it live, this is a pre-recording, because the audio messed up on this one as well. Fortunately I managed to catch the beginning of this game and it didn't bug out like the first one did. This is my home game. I chose Sidestep because I assumed that Raymundo chose Warlord for his round because he's more comfortable in confined spaces. So I thought, let's make a map where I can run circles around him if I need to. Hopefully you'll still be in the Warlord mindset of playing. And again, I've randomized my faction. I'm Soviets. My records with Soviets are worse than I am with Allies, even though I much prefer to play Soviets. So, getting into this game, I made some misclicks, as you do. Am I making grenadiers? I am making grenadiers. I don't remember what happens with this. Whether they just die or what. They probably do. So if that is the case, then I start off incredibly behind. Oh no, I think I managed to get him around the back, and I don't know if I take out anything. I don't think I do. I think it was just a waste of cash doing this. And I'm supposed to be building an engineer right now. Totally forgetting about the oil derrick in the bottom corner, even though I chose this map. So I was like, oh yeah, shit. I looked up there. Yeah, there we go. Delayed. If Raymundo had known this, he could have easily gotten a machine gunner down there and stopped my capturing the oil derrick. I was like, oh look. Does he sell it or do I get it? He sells out. That's a 2,000 investment and what, 25 to 28 seconds of build time? So I'm happy about that. That's a good start. He obviously didn't have a defense ready. Probably didn't think that that was going to happen. There's his reaction in the post there. No, he was not expecting grenadiers. That's the beautiful thing about random faction, is they'll never know if you're a Soviet and you're about to Grand Rush them. Not that I think Grand Rush is a solid tactic. In fact, it's far from it. It's a heavy investment. It doesn't guarantee that you get anything, because if you just turn up at the base and they slam a pillbox down, that's like $2,000 just thrown out the window. So I was like, right, I need to really balance my spending right now. Don't want to overproduce and then have no money to boost my economy. I should make another harvester, but I'm not. I've not quite got enough. I'm making flat tracks instead. Well, let's see how this goes. See, I remember a bit less of this game than the first one. I've spent a good time running through these videos thinking how I can edit them to make them better since the sound was came out such a mess. Excuse my stuttering. I decided to make a mine layer. I can't remember if it actually gets put to any good use, but I'm fiddling around with all the different units and seeing what crazy stuff I can do. I debate placing this flame tower, but I should just keep hold of it. No, I place it. It's probably never going to get used now. That was a mistake. You should never place defences down unless you are positive that they are going to attack from there. And this is something else I should have done ages ago. So, I really like yak attack planes. I have a lot of fun flying around yaks. Oh, so he's already down there. I was like, has he got a base there? Or is it just a ragtag group of infantry? It's just a group of infantry. So I was like, okay, let's go up here. See if I can get a good spot. See, with the map this big, it's really hard for him to make advantage of GPS, because it's really hard to protect with all of the openness and the fact that you could just go around the base defences because of how expansive this map is. It's a really good map. So he still hasn't expanded, mind you. He's had to replace his war factory, so I'm taking this time to try and amass enough units that I can just break through. So I should go and scout. I was trying to figure out how people do that. They like draw a box with the mine layer. I still can't figure out how to do it, and it just places mines there. I was like, oh, I did it, kind of. Nope. The beautiful thing about mine layers for Soviets is when you just spot them, they could just be an APC if you're not paying enough attention to spot the visual differences. They do kind of look a lot like APCs. I think maybe they should stripe them or something so you can easily tell the difference. I don't know what the health comparison from an APC to a mine layer is, because you could use them to run over if they have more health. They move at the same speed as APCs. They could be used for quite good roadkill. I was like, oh, I just spotted this. He's not going to get anything else. I'm still not low power, which is fortunate. Is there a base here? Yes, there's a base here. It was kind of a waste. It didn't really help him all that much either. He should have gone for the Conyard first, and then I would not have been able to have reacted in time. But it's only an advanced power plant, so what, 16 seconds? If that, and like 800. Mind you, he probably had no scouted, no vision of what I've built up there, so. So artillery, I know, my own infantry are walking over mines, the mines that I placed. And I was like, it should be easy, right? Right? Nope. For some reason they managed to hold that, because my infantry kept on edging forward because they were disappearing and reappearing from vision. Which is stupid. Should have just told them to stop, but that was my fault. Alright, I have a sizable force here. I just need the vision to accompany it, and we should be laughing. He's finally moving back. I go to see if I can find an army. There's not a lot. So I assume that he's deployed over here. Should be keeping an eye on my yak. It's okay, it's only an MCV. I'm taking the mine layer with me for some reason. Whoa, that's a fair few rockets. Should have been paying attention to my my minigunner. My minigunner and my yak. I was just the pilot. Okay, So, here comes the Iron Curtain, and here comes the Shock Troopers. That's from Russia. Beautiful. Talking of Russia, I have been having a lot of fun recently with Tesla tanks. Like, if you micro them, they are really, really powerful. Like, a maxed rank Tesla tank will one-shot a V2. I know they've one-shot artillery pretty much already, but they usually take 2, sometimes 3 shots to kill a V2. But if it's max rank, it just decimates them. And you can also... That's the power plant up the top, isn't it? Guaranteed. So he's got spies. Fortunately, I have no production facilities up there, so we can't just like... And here comes in the strike. Sorry you can't see that, I'm hiding it with my face. I need to be more aware of that when I'm recording. Right, I got lots of yaks. It's perfect time to do some proper yak strikes. See, I prioritise my radar over the Iron Curtain here. I do use the minimap. Sometimes you wouldn't think it, but hey ho, that's the nature of Command and Conquer. I was like, let's get some dogs up here. My mine layer is still alive. So I move the rockets forward, take care of this tank. I was like, let's go for a crash! Crash! It was okay. It wasn't the worst. I'll just queue up another 15 yaks. I was like, if I can get this war factory, it's a job well done. Try and get my tanks to get away. I was like, damn, he's actually made a pretty strong defense there. I need to reallocate my harvesters. I also could do with expanding again. I just noticed that right now. There we go. We just scatter them, yep, scatter them. Any spies that come nearby are just going to be munched. No more power downs for me. I was like, at this point I was like, well, I should power up my Iron Curtain. I really should power up the Iron Curtain. I was like, let's see what tech buildings we can find. Oh, screw it, we'll just snipe this oil derrick. Slowly whittle down his eco. That's a lot of flak. I was expecting an army of hinds, and flaks and shockies are just a brutal combination. Because this is before the update, I was like, well, I'm going to have to manually rearm all these yaks, so I think I just gave up and just used them to crash instead. Got some shock troopers on the go, blowing up all of those harvesters. He's got an engineer in him still. He's bringing all the harvesters. I think Raymundo's getting a little annoyed. Oh look, there's a base right there. Try and kill off that barracks so he doesn't get any reinforcements. That's a lot of flat tracks, so they should be okay to take on a conyard, which is pretty impressive, I would say. He's calling in artillery. He should, you know, look, here comes all of these flat tracks. Those hinds don't stand a chance. I really should preserve them, though. Oh, I'm so happy with the new update though. Always place your Teslas behind something. You don't want to just have them out on front. It's just a waste of, what, 1,800 or something that they cost? I'm not quite sure exactly how much. But you really don't want to just place them right on the front of an army. It's just going to die. Like, I like putting them behind barracks most. Obviously walls are better, but there's only so much you can do. Still really need to reallocate my harvesters. And he's selling off his refinery. I have a spy plane ready and I'm not using it. There we go. Let's get a little mission on the go here with these paratroopers. See what I can destroy. Still no sign of any tech. I'm talking late game tech, of course. Like no GPS. When that is something he should try and capitalize on, since, you know, I am Soviet. Can't do the same thing back. Gives his artilleries an edge. Alright, so I'm thinking of trying to attack from the other side. Should be paying more attention to my army instead of letting them all die. That's a lot of shock troopers. I can't remember if this is the final push or whether he holds this, but shockies do just wreck stuff. They've even been nerfed and they still wreck stuff, so just run circles around with the flat tracks, should I say. Try and stop him from just calling in helicopters and back off to the shock troopers. It's pretty clever, really. You only really need to micro your flat tracks. No, he defends from this push. Oh! It leaves him in a pretty bad way. Yeah, I really need to reallocate my halves. I'm still pretty stupid to do that. Right, those two can go rearm. He's already full, so. And we have a lot of yaks now. A lot of yaks. We can do some serious damage right now. Should probably take out that war factory actually. Oh, and I was like, oh look, a conyard. Let's do another turn and wreck it. Make his harvesters travel a bit further. And there we go with the A-bomb. Now I am full tech. Got some hijackers. See if I can nick some of his harvesters. Be even more of a nuisance. I was like, yes please, give me those harvesters. Mine. And it's full. I was like, come on, where are you? Where are you? Yeah, I should finally start to push down here. Oh, I've got some yaks down there as well, look. Try and get the full map control. Hijacker standing still. Pretty good vision too. I should use them more. Like most of the technical units, I should at least try and make use of them. I don't know if infantry detect stealth on this like they do. Yes, they do. Like they did in Tiberium Dawn. But I guess that is the case. Finally a GPS satellite comes up for Raymundo. It's kind of delayed. But I have put on the pressure pretty intense. And I was like, oh, hiding the MCV behind a tree doesn't really work. I'm trying to see if I can find his army, see what kind of strength he's at. I was like, oh, there's the GPS, but he doesn't actually have a whole lot. And now I am making mammoths. I don't really like to make mammoths, they just take a long time to build, they can easily be zoned out of combat. They're not actually all that strong, and all of these yaks need to be rearmed. I remember thinking during this game, I cannot wait for this update. It's just gonna make aircraft play so much easier. You don't have to just sit there clicking on fucking helicopters and aeroplanes for half a game. I was wondering why they got stuck, so I thought I'd try and force attack the ground, see if there's any stealth units. I know he's Britain, so chances are I went for this. Do I get it? I do. Beautiful. Just 2 yaks, and it just required one of them to crash on it. Now it's phased transports, I believe. Here comes the Tesla tanks. Okay, I'm in a pretty commanding spot right now. I've got most of the ore on the map. I have a sizable force, albeit it could be easily destroyed with some artillery fire. Nothing came through the middle, so trying to place mines there didn't actually make any difference whatsoever. I want to see if he's got a spotter force on the top here, and nope, so I was like, let's hit the power. Oh, look at that crash. Insane. That's nice. I had far too many yaks anyway. I was like, right, he's powered down, he's building slow. Let's try to capitalize. All of those hijackers got run over. And here comes the main force, and this has to be GG now. Yep, GG. And those were my games versus Raymundo. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a like. And this has been Zaqzorn. Peace out.